Hey guys, my name is Taneka Joyce, and I am here with the You Are Not Done Yet podcast. Make sure you tune in so you can see me and Miss Andrea.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to an amazing episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast, where your purpose is just moments away, and I'm here to help you get there. Y'all, I've been coming through with the guest on the couch, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I've been so excited to speak to everyone that has come through to sit down and talk to me about any and everything, but mostly about their purpose. So, if our lovely guest can introduce herself, we'll get right into the episode.
Hi, you guys. My name is Taneka Joyce. I am the owner of Dimple, Queenz, Beauties and Men and Rejoyce Aspirations Foundation. You know you can't be talking too fast on here.
It's okay, no, because you be so excited to say like who you are, and it's like, well, hold on, let me slow down so the people can understand.
So let me say that one more time.
Go ahead.
Rejoyce Aspirations Foundation. That is a non-profit organization that you will be getting to learn about for real soon.
I know that's right. So I know I asked you to introduce yourself, but who is Taneka Joyce?
I am me. I am myself, wholly and fully.
Yeah.
I am a woman of God. I'm a mother. I'm a creator, and I'm a visionary.
I love that.
Yeah.
Visionary. Yes. So tell me about the foundation. Tell me about the business. Like, how do we get there? Like, how do we get there?
Like, rub hands like Birdman.
Birdman.
Because it definitely took some hustling.
Yeah.
But so Dimple, Queenz, Beauties and Men came first. So that is my beauty and grooming cosmetics brand.
Okay.
Now, I started that in 2020. What people who do know me mostly don't know is that I actually started a business way back in 2013, I think. 2014. And that was like a little third party thing. You have like the drop shipping store and all that. Don't like that. I don't like that just because you do not know what products you are giving to your customers.
Correct. Not that personal touch.
Yes. And
right.
I didn't like it. So I said, you know what? When I decided to do it, I'll do it again, but I'll do it my way.
Yeah.
And that was probably, I was in college still then. And I lost my mother at 18. So I actually started that like a few years after that.
Okay.
Then I stopped doing that and just, solely focused on school and work.
Yeah.
So I went to school. I went to TCC and I went to Lafayette.
Okay.
And I became a medical assistant through Daytona College.
Okay.
From there, I just worked a lot in retail. I did promotions for clubs and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Let me take my skills and use them for something that I actually like to do.
Okay.
I did modeling.
Yeah.
So I not only did I bring out my lashes, which was more so of a pick me up after going through depression. And I said, okay, it's difficult when you have people that know who you are.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're not yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're not yourself. You don't look like yourself.
Yeah.
Everything just seems different.
Right.
And so then you start to realize, okay, I don't even think I actually been looking at myself lately.
Yeah.
And so I went through that process and I said, I actually don't like working for anybody.
Okay.
I was like, I actually don't like working for anybody. It's not that I don't like working for anybody, because in order to be a leader, you have to want to be a student.
Correct.
So I said, there's more to what I want to do.
Yeah.
And my brand, the beauty brand, actually bought that forth. And I said, okay, so God, what am I doing next?
Yeah. So I'm here with you right now. So what's next?
What am I doing next? And so when you first start, this is anybody, when you first starting out a business, initially it's about the money. And
How
then
much money can you make from it?
Initially it's about the money, and then it starts going into, okay, but there's something else, especially if God is in it, there's something else he's telling you that's with it. So you start going through the ups and downs and stuff like that, the business. And I went through a terrible breakup. And I said, you know what? God, you just gotta try me like this.
You really gotta give it to me like that.
Yeah,
you really gotta give it to me like that.
And I'm gonna say this too. You have to talk to God the way you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because He comes to each of us differently.
Differently, right.
So
right.
therefore, our conversation and how we have that conversation is different.
It's
With
different.
me, I talk to God like He's the God. You know, we say triple OG. No, God, God, what's up?
Yeah. Like, and for real, like this, how am I feeling? Like, why are you doing this to me? Like, what's going on?
What's going on? So this was in 2020 when I launched my business. And I left. I went to Miami for about literally 2 weeks, and my family were originally from Miami.
Okay.
So I went back down to Miami for about 2 weeks. Ended up getting connected with someone I dated a long time ago. That ended crazily, and I said, you know what? What is it that I'm seeing myself as doing?
Yeah.
And so I had to have that conversation with God. And so it turned from just being a lash brand and a men's grooming brand to this is more of an inspirational brand.
I get that.
You have to check your vision. And so the lashes are now named after words of inspiration.
Wow.
So you actually have what I call them, the nickname from his affirmation lashes. So, and I don't even have none on right now, but it's okay because
it's fine.
It's
Because
just
this is a clear
view.
This is a clear view.
So yeah, we have. God, I can't even name them all, but I do have 50 styles.
Yeah.
And it's 50 styles because there's a different view for every queen.
Ooh,
There's something different that we each have to see.
Yeah.
And there's different things that are required in our life that we're calling in. And so my viewpoint has been your lashes. What are you putting on your face?
Yeah.
How are you actually seeing your day? How are you seeing yourself?
Yeah.
So you have stuff that's like blessed, prosperity. I want some money today, Lord. Bring me some abundance. I'm putting on my abundance lashes.
Right.
That's just what it's going to be.
But you're like you said, but you're being thoughtful about your presentation and what you're putting out there in the world. And if you got a pair of lashes that's speaking into you without you even knowing it, like you're manifesting something that you don't even know just by putting on your lashes, that's powerful.
You see, the thing is too, sometimes I just pick lashes if a person's like, I don't know really. I'm not gonna lie to you, my lashes are the bomb.
Period.
I'm just gonna get that straight face with you. My lashes are the bomb.
Yes.
You're definitely going to get your money's worth.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be real. Somebody told me to charge more, but because of my heart, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna charge you more because the blessing that's gonna come after that is way more than what I can charge you. It's way more
than that.
So I'm happy with that, and the feedback that comes, or the people that they actually get matched to the lashes. That's how I call it, matched. Yeah. It's so weird because they're in need of that thing. So it's extremely weird. Not weird, Lord, you know what I'm saying.
But you get it.
You get it. So from there, and it's been a very, 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 very trying time. And I'm just being completely transparent. A very trying time. I lost my grandmother in 2021. 2021. And she was my spiritual go-to person. Yeah. So I would go to her and I would talk to her about, whatever it is that I'm feeling, I'm sensing or seeing, and then I would actually go to her for advice. Yeah. And in a sense, just like most of the people in my family, became codependent on her. Yeah. Because she's the one who actually carried everybody. My mother wasn't able to raise us, so she raised me and my siblings. Yeah. So it had been something that had been on me for many, many years. And I talked to my grandmother. About it when I was younger. And I said, Grandma, it's something that I want to do. And I feel as if I'm a protector of children. So I've always said that. Yeah. And I wasn't too sure what way that would go. Yeah, which way to take it. And so which brought me back to when I went to school. I went to Lively, and during my program there, I was in their medical administrator program. So part of that program, we had to build our own website. Yeah. And so the website that I built was actually a nonprofit organization. I actually was going to originally name it after my mother. And just a little background on that, because I'm at that stage and point now where it is what it is. Yeah. And let me not say that. Life is what life is. Right. And so life happens. And my mother, she had HIV/AIDS. She dealt with domestic violence, sexual abuse. And those are one of the things that I witnessed in the household. So I said, okay, this is something I'm going to do. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but this is my ultimate dream.
Yeah.
So that there has led me to Rejoyce Aspirations Foundation.
Yes.
And that goes from being in trauma and living in trauma and having to heal from trauma to saying, okay, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
And so now it's time to be happy.
Yeah.
And now it's time to help others be happy. So the nonprofit organization is for women that are 13 to 30.
Yes.
And we're providing resources and educational trainings that will actually help women in their spiritual growth, their self-confidence, and career development.
Yes.
Who have endured trauma.
Yes. But I wanted to go touch back on something that you said about checking your vision.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of us, well, God gives us visions, right? Mm-hmm. And so he gives us this vision and we just run with it. Like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. But then when it gets to the execution phase, you're like, okay, hold on. Like, well, God, you gave it to me, but why isn't it playing out the way that I feel like it needs to play out?
Yes. So,
why is it not playing out the way that I feel like it needs to play out?
Listen, when I say I've went through that, and sometimes I still find myself in that space. Even recently, I found myself in that space, and I said, you know what? What you got me doing? Why
am I out here?
What you have me doing? Which way am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
And so what I've learned to do is, instead of, you can ask that question, but once you ask it, stop asking it.
Yeah.
Stop asking it and actually just listen to yourself.
Yes.
Because really, you already have what you need.
Yes.
And the thing is, I've done it too. We start going and seeking these answers
when they were
and we're seeking these tools and everything, and it's already there.
Right in front of
it's
your
just
face.
a matter of, can you see it?
Yes.
Can you see it?
But you have to want to see it too. You know, like you have to want to be like, okay, let me take a step back, right? Because if he's giving me the vision, he's giving me what he wants me to do, that means that the answers are right here.
Yes.
I gotta just look and see. But no, but that's real though, because like you said, I find myself doing that at times too. Because like with the podcast, sometimes I just be like, well, Lord, like I feel like I just need more. Right? Like more has to happen, more has to go on. But then he just was like, but you do have more. Right?
Yep.
It may not be the more that you want, but it's the more that you need.
You know, people, because you always hear the word abundance.
Yeah.
Especially in the spiritual world and, you know, faith and stuff. Abundance does not always mean money. It means love in your life.
Yeah.
It means happiness in your life.
Yeah.
And that can come from any angle. It does not always equal out to money, because that's the first thing we think of. Abundance. Money. Abundance.
Yes.
This finna happen. No, it's really about your atmosphere too. What's around you, the people that you connect with.
Yeah, right.
You have abundance in the people that you're connected to. And so therefore those people bring that more to you.
Hello.
So, yes.
And I had to learn that, because it was more of like, but just look at your community. Like, look at the people that you've been able to come in contact with just by sitting in a room and just saying, hey girl, how you doing? Or someone thought enough of you to say, like, hey, this person will be great for you.
Yes.
This person will be great to come and sit down with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, and I totally agree with that. Like, abundance isn't all about the monetary. It's not about the financial. It's about, as a whole person, what can God add to that? Like, what can he give you more of? So yeah, love, happiness, I'm with all of that. Like, send it this way, Jesus. Send it this way. You know, send it this way. Designed for me. My person, Lord. My person, Jesus. Him.
That house, you know.
You know, I will walk on that property, baby, and put my feet, Lord. It's planted.
You know what? While you planning, that's what you probably need to go do.
Yeah, it's planted. It's planted.
You might have to go do that.
Listen, I may need to go do that after this.
Some.
Hello. So my next question for you is though, and I feel like you're gonna say yeah, but I just want to know why. Do you feel like you're walking in your purpose? Do you feel like you are doing what God has designed you to do? And if so, how? And if not, why?
So this year, I would say yes.
Okay.
This year, I would say yes. Because the years before, I didn't realize just, it really took me till this year to see how people are drawn to me. And because I honestly, I'm kind of an introvert.
Okay.
But outrovert.
I didn't get that. But okay.
What do they call that?
Introvert,
ambivert or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever for my people. So I'm like somewhere in between that, right? So I'll go out and I'm like, I just talk to people. But then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go home.
Like, God, I've done my 30 minutes. Right, I'm out.
It's it for the day. But then I didn't realize that my purpose has already been purposing. So it really took me this year to be like, Taneka, you have been walking in your purpose. Yeah. You are walking in your purpose. Yeah. It's just, how did you see your purpose being played out?
Yes.
And so now it's like all the things that I've been praying about, manifesting to happen. It's so weird. It's like, while it may not be directly me, it's been places I've been going to. It's been people that I've been encountering. Yes. And I said, you know what? Okay, so you're just gonna show me that this is possible and that this is what's to come.
This what's to come, right?
Thank you.
Right.
You know, like thank you. Yeah. So, am I walking in my purpose and how? Yes, I am. And how am I doing that? With my head held high.
I love that.
And with confidence and believing that once I do step into a room, that place has already been set for me.
Already.
That those sheep that God is intending for me to touch, they've already been touched, and they're just waiting.
They're waiting, right?
And I'm just going to walk into the room.
Yes. Yeah, but like you said, waiting. And then we're just waiting on your obedience too. It's like whenever you're like you said, just stepping out. Like, all right, God, I hear you. Like,
you know, staying fully in that, because it'd be that mindset like, I'm about to go.
Hello, because you're like, well, no, really, like, what am I doing here? Like, really, like, what am I doing here? But I think the more you start to walk around the room, you start to look like, okay, well, maybe this isn't so bad after all. Like, maybe this is. What is supposed to be?
We shut ourselves down. We'll shut ourselves down to other people. And I've done that. And I tend to do that. And I'll say, you know what? Snap out of it.
Right.
Because this may be a person that you're actually supposed to speak to. And although your spirit may be drawn to this one, for some reason there's somebody else that you want to talk to.
Yes.
And even at that, they could just be standing by.
Just right there.
As long as you go into the space, and let me say this my way, as long as I go into the space and I talk to whoever I need to talk to, whoever's around, they've already heard it.
Right.
So you just have to believe that you're not only in there for one single thing.
Right. You're in there for... Yes, I love that. So as we get ready to close out, though, if you could leave the listeners, the viewers, with anything from this episode, what would you leave them with?
Walk in your purpose and just be... You don't have to know every single step.
Yeah.
It's not necessary for you to know every single step. God is literally going to show us its and bits and pieces. Yeah. And that puzzle is already there. But the only missing piece is you.
Right.
So just step into your space.
Oh, I love that. Y'all heard it. Step into your space. Yes. Well, Taneka, thank you so much.
I'm so happy to have you.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on the couch and talking to me today just about you and just where you are and your purpose and knowing that you are boldly and confidently walking in it. Yeah. So I'm just so excited for everything that you have going on. And with that being said, tell the people where they can find you.
Oh, wait.
And what you got coming up.
So what's going on, right?
Yes.
So June 3rd,
I
have the Beauty Empower Godfidence and Restoration Expo.
Yes.
Now this expo is for my ladies, and it is for our teen girls. So 13 and 19, they are free.
Yes.
We do have vendor slots available, so go ahead and come on, especially if you have a service for young girls and women. You don't even have to have your product there. Have your information there so somebody can grab it.
Right.
You can find me on Facebook, Taneka Joyce.
Yes.
T-A-N as in Nancy, not a M. No offense.
No offense.
E-K-A. Joyce. You can find my business page, Dimple Queenz, which we do have lashes in stock. So Dimple Queenz, that's with a Z _BM. Instagram, on Facebook, Dimple Queenz B&M LLC. Also follow Rejoyce. So that's a play on my last name.
Period.
So Rejoyce. Aspirations Foundation.
I love that. Woo, woo, woo. Y'all heard her. Go follow her. Make sure you register for the Expo. Make sure you go get you some lashes that's going to pour into your life, whether you need it or not. And most of us do need it. All of us do need it.
I got the shorties for you ladies too.
Okay, do you hear me? Do you hear me? But this has been an amazing episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast. Make sure, save the date, June 24th, You're Not Done Yet podcast live is back. Okay?
Yes.
It is back. Bigger, better, and we got something great in store for you guys. And make sure that you're following me, your host at It's Andrea B on Instagram, and the podcast page at You're Not Done Yet Pod. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.